Hi, as women, we often make caring for others a priority. And also we care for our children, we're caring for our husbands, we're caring, for the home, and also, taking care of our own jobs, going to work, and also, getting everything, taking care of extended families and our parents. But where do we stand, in this, list of priority, and self-care? And that's what I want to talk about today. And welcome to TreasHERed, and a channel that is meant to inspire and encourage women around the world. And just today, we want to look at how we, as women, can care for ourselves, as well as we care for others. And I want us to know that, self-care is not being selfish. We can still care for others and also make ourselves a priority as well. And that is why I am doing this video today for women, to take, to make self-care, a priority, as we pursue other things, as we take care of our homes, as we take care of, our communities, as we, care for our jobs and everything. So number one, I want us to look at certain things that we should do, to start, engaging in self-care so we, can succeed and we are able to achieve our goals and aspirations as women. In my last video, I talked about boosting confidence and self-esteem. If you have not seen that video, you can go ahead, and watch that video, or I can, kind of like put that video, right after this one, so you get to see that video. It's about, boosting confidence and self-esteem. But sometimes what stands in the way is self-care as well. We, that confidence is not there for us to go and achieve what we need to achieve. And that is what we want to talk about today. And number one, I want to look at, making sleep a priority. Yes, we get everything done, and this, sometimes we are all guilty of this, but we just have to make the time to get adequate rest in between everything, that we do. So I give, ourselves and our body time, to recharge. And then after, getting enough rest, sometimes, if you can, so if you can do like 6 to 8 hours, at least maybe 7 to 9 if you can, but I would say, at least, push it close to 8 hours if you can do that, so you can get adequately. Then practice mindfulness, and also you set aside time for yourself, time for meditation, time for prayers. For me, I find that very early in the morning when everyone is still sleeping, and nobody's calling, mom, or coming to look for you, or at that particular time, I find it's a very good time, for us to meditate, for us to sit down and, and reflect, and pray. And, it's a time for you to be able to, unwind, you hear, from the Lord, you connect, with your spiritual man, as well. And then, so that time is very important. Then another thing is about exercise, moving our bodies. It's very important. Some of us have jobs where we sit all day, and which is so true, because some of us work with computers and we sit all day, and just making it a duty to try to get up sometimes, walk around, you exercise, or you come back from work, you go and get your own exercise, you walk in, you go to the park, you walk around, and just trying to also keep our weight in check as well. This is something my sister and I were discussing this yesterday. We're talking about weight for height, losing weight, and she was expressing to me that in Nigeria, when you lose too much weight, people start thinking that maybe you're suffering or something. But no, but you have to think about your own health over what people say. And we're talking about it, and then we're talking about what is appropriate, for a woman's height, weight with height. And we all know that we struggle with this because, after we have children, it's not so easy to lose, the weight. But there are certain things that we can do to help ourselves, as well. It's just watching our diet, and also, exercising, as much as we can, just walking, dancing, yoga, so there are different things that we could do that can help us, as long as we keep our bodies just moving, that movement, activities, it also helps, with, digestion, that activities, as we engage, in activities, it helps us, our body, as well, to release, what is called endorphins, which can boost our moods and also our general well-being. So exercise will do that. It will help to release those, endorphins. And I want to talk about eating proper diet, and we stay, healthy, and we eat our fruits. And also, I want to also look at our ratio of what we are eating. Look at the plate. I will make a special video for that because I don't want it to take up, much time of this, so I can get to other things that we need to do. Yes, just eating, a balanced meal. Heart healthy meals. We can engage in that and eat that as well. We stay hydrated. As we do all these things, the activities that we engage in all day, we need to keep ourselves hydrated. Drink water is very good. I know sometimes we want to drink some sweet drinks and everything. Sweet drinks is good every once in a while, but not recommended. Water is always recommended. It's good for your skin. It's good for better metabolism. So that is very. It's very good. It keeps you hydrated, and it's also good, for our skin, as well. So establish boundaries. So establishing boundaries, this is something that I noticed that sometimes women is a little difficult for women to say no. We can't say no, to the kids. Mom, I need to do this. We need to go here. When you are tired, you're tired. So you can move some activities, to a later date, for you to do, so you can get some rest if you're tired. And then also, friends, family members, others, they make so much demands on us. And sometimes we don't know how to say no. We have to learn to set boundaries and learn how to say no when we need some time, for ourselves to rest. And then also, I want to talk about avoiding toxic relationship. I briefly mentioned that in my previous video, but let me tell you, there are some relationship that you are involved in. You just know that this is not good for you. That is not self-care. It's not helping you to take care of yourself or make yourself a priority. That relationship is so demanding on you emotionally, physically. That demand is just there and overwhelming. So those are the type of relationship that you need to cut off from, and you can love people from a distance. It's what I tell people: love them from a distance. They don't have to be in your very close, circle, of friends. Look for people that will, support you, support your dreams and your aspiration, that can hold your hands and say, come, you can do this. You got this. Those are the people that you need to hang out with, and don't be hanging out with people that, all they do is destroy your self-esteem and tell you how you are no good, how you can't achieve, those things that you have set out to achieve. So that's another thing, especially for women. This is a big thing. They are involved in toxic relationship. Let us think about self-care. We're thinking about us. Yes, we love that person, but we put our own, caring for ourselves first, as we engage in those relationships. Another thing about self-care that we often, don't think about, that I have noticed, even as a minister, of the gospel, as a pastor, I noticed that people don't guard what comes into their heart and into their space. They just allow everything to filter, through, everything to just come in. Don't welcome everything. You don't have time for gossip. Don't entertain gossip. You don't, have time, for negative, talk. Don't engage in negative, talk with anybody. Don't allow them to bring it into your mind. If you are happy and you are experiencing joy in your relationship, in what you're doing, in your job, in everything, in what you're doing, don't allow other people to bring their negative vibes into it. No, you just, focus. Think of things that can help you move forward. Think about positive things. These are things that we often don't, think about when we expose ourselves to all kind of friendship and relationship. They come in and they pollute our minds and our environment. What am I, talking about? They bring negative thoughts, into, you are thinking, good things, how you are going to achieve what you need to achieve, in life. And then they come and start telling you about something about someone else that is literally none of your business. But the thing is for us to just try and filter those things out. Even the Bible says, it says for us to guard what goes into our hearts. It said out of there comes the issues of life. Anything that goes into your mind, your soul, your spirit, you need to guard it, zealously, and don't just let people bring in, any negative thoughts into you. Those are things that affect, people. It weighs them down. So you want your spirit to be uplifted. You want people that have positive attitude towards life. Yeah, people with positive mindset, though, to come into your life, are not the ones, that are coming to tear you down. That's one thing I wanted to emphasize on. Connect with others, have like a community support. Be involved, in your community, what you do in your community, anything that is of interest to you, be engaged in that, as well, and practice this one. I want to say, yeah, I know we love this as women, so we have to, indulge in self-care rituals. What I mean, or routines. Let me use the word routines. Self-care routines. What am I talking about? We want to have time, for ourselves, whether we want to read a book, we want to just soak in the tub, we want to, go to the spa, so all of these things, you want to have your manicure, your pedicure, and all the cures done. So you make time for that. That is your own time. It's a me time. So you have time, for that. And some, ladies, they like to shop, but please shop responsibly. So these are things that, we can do, for self-care. You don't have to buy. Even if you want to go, shopping with a friend, or you want to leave the house and go walk around in the mall, you can window shop if you want. We can buy little things. You don't have to, spend the family fortune on shopping. That's a whole different video. We'll talk about some other time about women and shopping. But the thing I'm talking about, just doing the things, those, self-care, routines. Isn't it often, nice when whether you are getting your facial done, your nails and everything, by all means, it's your time. It's a time for you to, unwind and don't have to think about other things. And then unplug and recharge. So this is part of it. What I just talked about, indulging in self-care, so you take regular breaks. You take breaks from technology. We are all guilty of this. Sometimes, we still, even after work, we still have the computers. We are still looking at the computer. Sometimes my husband will tell me, you stand shut off the computer so you can sleep. You can continue with your work tomorrow. So things like that, we have to just know when to say, okay, enough is enough for the technology for today, because our eyes, are glued to it. We are working, all day. Hopefully, it's something productive that we are doing, with that. But the only thing is, sometimes it gets, overwhelming for our brain. Sometimes we just want to unwind and recharge. We shut down technology. We close the computer, put it down, and then, we can have time for ourselves to actually rest and let, our brain cells just recharge, okay? And then another thing, seek support when we need it. And do not hesitate to reach out for, help, even professional help. As well, some people, is the thing that is about, is weakness when they seek professional help. Is not. Sometimes you can seek help from different avenues. You can, seek, help from, your church, from the pastor. You can seek, professional help from a counselor, a therapist, whatever it is, if you are in an unhealthy relationship, you talk it out with your spouse. If you cannot, get anywhere with that, get another person, a third person involved, who can mediate between both of you, and then try for both of you to resolve things so you can maintain your mental and emotional health. Yes. And then also, you have to remember that, self-care, I say it again, is not selfish. It's about taking care of ourselves, ladies, and also this applies, to men as well, because some men they just work as well, and until their body just kind of like start breaking down before they know how to before they stop. And let us just learn to care for ourselves. And these are the things that will help us succeed. All those goals and aspirations that we have, the things that once we are able to take care of ourselves, then we can attend to the kids, we can attend to our husbands, we can attend, to our family members, we can attend to others. But if we attend to everybody and everything else except us, where does that leave us? We want to live a healthy life, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to hear content, like this, that will help you, improve, your lifestyle, pursue your ambitions, and also succeed at what you do. Our channel is just to encourage, inspire, and, and support people and empower you, Remember, anything that you set your mind to do, you can achieve that. And that's why we're here. And I'll see you next time. And don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel. Bye-bye.